we're thinking about it.
Fuck, did you fucking
Doesn't seem through the downside so far. It seems like
Well, the thing
it's
that's tier
equipment
1,
we
buddy.
wouldn't have access to otherwise.
I appreciate you, man.
It seems like if he's true to his word, then there's nothing but upsides for us. It's, first of all, like I said, equipment we wouldn't have access to otherwise. It might save us several $1 million a month in terms of missiles being used, because that's a huge headache right now to me. And it seems like he's earnest about not abusing his keys, so I got no issue with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think my issues come down to, like, kind of the discussions we had on the airfield that day, where it was like, where did news come from? Like, has it just been a thing that Cerberus, Aegis has been brewing for God knows how long? What's the angle? I don't know. Aegis and...
There's a lot of questions I have about Aegis and Noose. In the end, it kind of boils down to the legislation's already there. You can try to pick it apart and sue them if you want, but it exists, so you might as well get over it.
Yeah, it does, but the new stuff doesn't. Right, so that's...
The new stuff does. It's a branch of Aegis.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if the mayor knows a bit. Like, because I thought that Aegis worked under the mayor. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that.
Listen, my standpoint to boil it down is I just want to make sure everything's above board and there's nothing dodgy here. Because I think
I'm concerned, a lot of the Aegis stuff is they're kind of doing stuff that it seems like we don't really care about anyways. And sure, we could hound them about it and try to bully them off of what our perceived territory is. But in the end of the day, if we force Aegis to stop enforcing tasks, if we stop the Aegis task force on storefronts, are we really going to have cops go in there and police storefronts? I don't think so. If we stop the Aegis customs and border enforcement stuff, are we going to have cops that want to do that instead? Maybe with Shark Rangers, but Moosebeard's missing. If we stop Aegis's Noose implementation, are we going to have access to those SAM turrets and AA guns and whatever else? No. It seems like it benefits us, and as much as I don't like it, at least they're using Aegis instead of Cerberus.
Yeah, true. I think my main concern then would be that equipment going missing. That would be... we need to make sure that they have enough security and bookkeeping to make sure that they're not losing equipment to the city. Because if we start getting, if Russ gets a hold of a SAM site, what are we going to do about that? Like, they're gonna have
I agree, but that's, we can plan for the worst, but maybe. All right, my POV is from the way that they're describing it, from the way Bucky's talking about it, he's not giving access to anyone besides authorized PD members that would be approved by PD High Command. As we talked about on the way back here, he has ideas for officers, but it would be ultimate veto power to High Commands, and only High Command, could really approve and authorize these events and taking them out. So I don't expect that he would take them out and use them at all, as from what he said.
Okay.
If he shoot his word, he will never take them out on his own.
Okay.
It would always be with accompanying PD and our authorization.
Yeah. Who were his suggestions? The PD.
Well, and he doesn't operate them. Anyway, the suggestions, you're not going to like this, but I already told him. Juno. That was his one suggestion.
Why? Listen, I like Juno, but...
it's... Where do I start? I like Juno. I think he sees someone who he likes, and I don't know. I told him flat out, no, it can't happen with Juno right now. I can't explain to him why. It's internal, but Juno's just not in the right headspace to be using a fucking SAM turret.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Yeah, I think probably.
I mean, the easiest
I'm
way
not,
to do it is just to give it to veteran officers who we trust and don't have any like negative marks on their records or we think are going to quit or something.
yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, I'm for it as long as it's as long as it's checks and balances. Really, that's because I think it could do a lot of good. Same thing with the missiles. Like we're working with a private company buying $1 million missile. They could be making their own missiles and giving them to like they could be funding the MiGs for all we know. But at the end of the day,
It's not illegal too. They could be.
yeah, we need them. So if we need them, we got to figure out a way to work with them. So yeah, as long as it's checks and balances, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think this is as good as it gets for the new stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll inform Stubble and we can tell Tessa and Libby whenever. But for right now, I think it's a good agreement and we should just agree to it.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. We should probably get like if there's a contract or anything to sign, which I don't think there should be, but if there is
I
one,
think a contract would be good so we can legally hold them accountable if they
that's what I mean. Yeah,
don't provide what they're asking for. But I don't know about legislation. I feel like what I said to Bucky was I worry about with legislation. This is incredibly cynical. Is that if there's a legislation about noose getting SAM turrets and stuff, people will read the noose legislation, realize there's a noose building, realize if PD needs to get the noose equipment, they're going to go to the noose building, and then wait for us at the noose building to kill us and take the turret. But that's very cynical. I hope that doesn't occur.
yeah, I hope so too. The only issue is, again, I'm planning for the worst here. If someone does manage to steal a SAM site or something, some other equipment, then what would we charge them for? Is it possession of government equipment? Would that be it?
I mean, it'd be class 3 explosives.
Yeah, okay, I suppose. All right. Well, yeah. Guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, Bucky seems like a nice guy. He does. He's been expunged. I checked his record, so I don't know what he had on his record before, but that was over a year ago. So yeah.
I mean, he's not Bane. That's the that guy. That's the one that
Oh,
threw me through a loop.
yeah,
Because
the
Bucky, at least,
lifer.
even in
Yeah.
the Avengers stuff, is at least a good guy for most of it. You know,
Avengers
you haven't seen those movies? Oh, absolute
cartoons.
master. No. They're like Marvel movies. They're pretty good. They're like, I think they won a few Emmys and global Golden Globes and Oscars probably.
I
I
like
don't remember.
Batman.
Okay, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
I worry about Bane because he's literally the villain. So I'm not sure about that guy.
yeah, yeah. I think was it Stubble that was his PO? I don't know. Someone was his PO.
Maybe.
I think it might have been Stubble. Yeah, that guy was alive from prison. I think he did some fucked up shit. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, pretty concerning.
Well, he's out now.
Yeah, he's out
And
now.
yeah, that's the guy I really got questions about. What happened to the whole thing in Gotham? Was that why he was in prison, or is this a different Bane that maybe didn't have anything to do with the Gotham situation?
I'm not. I'm not read up
Could
on
be just
that.
yeah. Well, there's this whole thing where he took over the entire city of Gotham and they blew up the bridges,
What?
and then they locked the entire police force of Gotham under like the city and like gassed them and stuff, and they
Oh
blew
my
up like a
god!
stadium, and then Batman had to save him. Yeah.
Jesus! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
So,
while since I've seen the movies, but it wasn't good. Not a good guy.
not a good guy. Well, do you know what his real name is? Any idea?
Not a clue.
Yeah, me neither. Okay.
You could probably look up Aegis as a business and see if he's under there.
I did. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, as of right now, it just looks like it's James Barnes.
I think Brian has been removed as the PD person.
No, he's still there on the bottom, storefront task force agent.
Was that the same thing? Because there's a lot of people with that. There's like Logan Taylor, Alex. I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Well, that's what he was last time I checked. Oh, maybe he was task force head. Maybe he's been replaced by Maximilian Angel. I don't know.
I thought there was like a PD. I don't know what they were called. There was something.
Well, according to the Aegis legislation, there's got to be like a few heads of Aegis, and at least one of the board members is required to be a police officer. But that was Brian previously. I don't know that. I don't know who it is now. Maybe no one still.
I think it's probably no one. It should probably be you or Tessa at this point. Given that most of Aegis, I think, is shift 2.
I gotta reread this and see what the deal is with the board. Shall consist of 3 members. Chairman shall be chief executive officer. Yada yada. Chairman and board members shall be appointed by the mayor with the advice and consent of the Senate. Chairman and the board members should all serve corporate existence and authority. Oh, this says nothing about being a police officer on the member of the board.
It's down on the task force thing. So they can establish and oversee task forces for the enforcement of.
So it's just a task force. So that's like
right.
The customs task force. That's like Moosebeard, and previously Brian was the task force for storefronts for some reason. So we need a new task force chairman or task force leader for the storefronts from PD, I guess. Personally, I'm not that bothered by it.
So where under the operational logistics would news fall under? Would that be a task force?
Presumably.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't need to send it to Craig because it's not illegal. Is the big thing.
Yeah, true. All right.
If you really want to get basic about it, it'd be the same as the way we operate with getting like food budgets at Uwu Cafe and stuff, right? They're providing us something. It doesn't need to be a Senate agreement. It's just a private agreement because it doesn't interact with the law.
Same as the missiles, really. Yeah, I think I'm not a legal person, so I can. I don't know the exact terminology because obviously Aegis works for the state, so I don't know how that changes things. Because with the missiles, we're dealing with a private company, but then with this, we're dealing with a state. So yeah, I don't think it should be an issue. I don't think it should be an issue. Okay, well, is it you, Tessa, and Libby for this divine thing in a bit?
Is Libby gonna be here?
I don't.
This hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Well, let's go downstairs and see where we're at. See who's up front. There's Aurora.
Hi. What light the window with yonder window breaks? Tis the east, that is the sun. Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Oh.
What are you doing? Hey.
Cool.
Hey.
My corporal.
Tackle him.
It says keep clear. I was writing a parking ticket.
Tackle this.
Oh my god.
He's running.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck?
I can't believe he would do that.
Doing cadet.
What are you gonna
Somebody
do?
should do
Painful.
something.
Who is that?
That's not my car. Wait, that's not my car. That's not my
Should we
car.
rest?
I don't want that one. I can't get out.
I don't know what's
cadet training or.
I think it's cadet training.
Yeah,
No,
they're
it's
training.
Han Velsing. It's Deputy Velsing.
Oh my god, he's so good at. He's so good undercover. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I had
Yo,
no clue.
fuck 12.
Oh my god.
You tell him.
Oh, I know Aurora's inside. We can talk to
Should
her.
I spike them as they drive by?
I
you
was
should. You
I
should.
had my spikes ready. Until I
Here
figured
he
out.
comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. No.
It'd be funny.
Oh no.
Damn. He knew.
Now I
he
won't.
saw.
You know,
Alright, back up safe.
people are like, damn, Dark still got it.
Yeah, I haven't patrolled in way too long, I'll be honest.
Hi, Owen.
What's up?
Buddy?
Hi, Dark. Hello.
We ready to head out pretty soon here. I'm gonna. You heard from Tess or anything, Aurora?
Not yet. Odessa's not here, so we have to wait for her.
Are we meeting here? Is that where the?
Nobody really said anything. I think Odessa might not be here till closer to 6.
Can call her. Hold
Like
on.
in 10 minutes?
That's 5.
I thought it was. Is it in an hour or in 10 minutes?
The original was like between 5 and 6. I think it'll be closer to 6.
Okay, between. Okay, that's.
Yeah.
If you want, I can just poke Odessa. Can poke my mama.
Yeah, I got told 5 p.m. Eastern. At the dot.
Let me. I'll email her.
Oh, the mayor's around. Give the mayor a ring.
All right. I'm gonna get some life packs and some stuff.
I don't know what else I can do. You're not doing it in general. You miss it sometimes, but you know it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you just gotta throw them in the fire. Oh, you're in the fire, but I'm here if you shut down. You know what I mean? But if you went on duty without me, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta.
Come on.
Well, I'm your support, so I can check it for you.
Okay. So that is the next step.
Yes, ask support unit. If you're by yourself, never leave channel 2. Someone will tell you, unless you're radio checking, like, it's hard to explain. If it's quiet on the channel, you can leave and go, hey, radio check channel 3, going once, collapsing channel. Always say collapsing channel, because someone might be writing a report and not be able to respond, right? If they hear collapsing channel, they know that the channel could be used again, right, in a minute. Like, someone could be sent there and they could be ready to hear comms. So they gotta finish up whatever they're doing and switch back to whatever channel, turn the radio off.
Okay.
Radio check. Radio check going once. Twice.
Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Weldonic, thank you for the 5 gifties. Jellybeans, thank you for the 10 gifties. And Lofish, thank you for the 10 too. Holy shit, guys. I was like, why is the timer so high?
So now update the car.
Thank you, guys. Oh, we hit the merch. We hit the merch. Sock merch incoming. All right. Tick it off. Are we to get a tarot card reading? What should I put on next? Hmm. Do I want to put this one on here? I really don't. You know, what if the next one we'll do the community fanfic read again? I like these ones. Edit. What did you want, Wolfie? What the hell? Here we go. You felt a disturbance in the force. Nice. Alright, let me edit this. Just refresh this page. We're at 37 minutes. This time is broken.
She's coming, Dark. She's coming. Should be arriving shortly.
Who is?
Odessa.
Oh, that's okay. Alright. I'll be in
Yeah.
a minute.
Again.
Tails.
I like the plate of the car.
Thank you. I won it from a bet with a horse.
What the fuck? Did I just hear? Where's Owen? I don't know. I'm gonna go. My watch is telling me to stand up, so I'm gonna go stretch my leggies and grab a drink. So I'll be back in a minute, chat.
Fingo, got another report about you. You.
Suspended.
You're suspended.
Richard.
Listen, Richard, if you're just gonna sit here and do nothing, I guess I'm gonna draw on your forehead.
Not illegal. Hi. Doing good. How are you? Hell yeah. I tried to take a nap and I freaking couldn't. Go. Fair enough.
I was coming here to do like a delivery, but like Richard's just standing up there not saying anything.
Where, upstairs?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got this.
Shit. Don't go up there.
I'm supposed to meet with Richard. See.
Oh, Richard
I-
Dark. I thought you were talking about
Oh.
tips, dude. I thought you were talking about tips. I didn't see shit.
Well, that was a
dude.
choice.
I didn't see anything.
Is anyone down in ground zero?
Fingo! Got another report about you. You.
Suspended.
You're suspended.
No one's in ground zero.
Should we put the cookies here or should we put them at the ranger station?
Slap that bitch.
Would you like a chocolate milk and a ginger breakfast?
Please, that would be amazing, Jenna. That would be.
Please, oh my love. We got a special order.
ATC's for losers.
My daughter of chocolate chip
I'm
and
sorry,
Gigi.
what? You adopted Gemma?
You've known this for so long.
I swear to fucking God. You're not even joking with that. Gemma's been my daughter since Charlotte. Yeah, she was, but when we broke up, Gemma was super sad still, but I still took her under my wing, so she's still my daughter. You're a great grandma at that. You're forgetting Brielle. She's my granddaughter. Brielle Snowman. And under her, you still have Roberto.
I'm back.
Great.
Do.
I mean, that's fair. But you have Gemma. Gemma's cool. And Brielle too. At least those two, those are the two that I feel fully recommend. She's a bit of Roberto.
Go back to it.
He treats me nice. Not Sunny though. Sunny is abolished to every end. He stabbed me and threw me off of the silo. The asshole.
Sir, you've got something on your forehead.
What?
Casanova ran down, snickering like a small schoolgirl.
What is it?
The letter L?
You're
You have an L
kidding
on your
me.
forehead?
Where is he?
No, unsure.
What's on my forehead? Is there actually an L or L?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like an L, to be honest.
Jesus.
I think it's the scars. It kind of looks like an L. He's kind of right.
Bastard. Hey.
Out of there. Whoever's behind that door that I totally do not see right now. Oh, wait, now, you're out here in the lobby. my eyes must be playing tricks on me or something right there. How you doing there, partner?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. About to go 1041 right here. Name's Jebediah Knox, by the way. I don't think we had the introduction happen here yet.
Oh, Mr. Knox. No, I don't think we have. It's nice to meet you. I'm Richard Dark, D-A-L-K.
It's nice to meet you there, Dark. Now, what do you prefer? Like the first part be Mister, or I believe you're also. It looks like you're an LSPD, so an officer. Or what do you prefer?
Ask Chief. Ask Chief is fine.
Oh, I do apologize. I did not know I was dealing with someone so high up in the rank.
Nothing to apologize for, Mr. Knox. Don't worry about it.
Jebby, did you do something?
Oh no, I didn't know this. A man right here was assistant chief.
He's done nothing. He's done nothing.
Oh, that's good.
He's good. He's good. You doing all right, ma'am? You okay?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is everything all right, Queen? Me, you don't sound fine. You kind of let a little side right out
We'll
there.
figure the fight.
Usually a sign that people are not doing too fine.
Oh yeah, I was.
What the fuck happened to the timer?
I fell off the dam yesterday.
What the fuck? Okay.
They took me and threw me off the dam and forced me to drink absinthe and lean.
Now, which son of a gun did this to you right now? I'm gonna find him. I'll bring him to justice. Now, who did this?
They did.
Well, now who's they?
It's no big deal. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I do think it's a very, very big deal.
There's a report about it. That's fine.
Oh, well, I reckon we'll find the people that did this to you. All right?
Yeah,
you don't have
we'll
to worry.
find them.
All right.
History. Thank you for the 20 gifties. Cookie thing for the 23 months, and then 20 more gifted. You guys are insane. Why do you do it when I'm AFK though? What's that about? Huh? What's that about? Why are you gonna wait till I'm AFK? Then I look like a dum-dum. And we just hit the sub goal already. Okay, well, Rhea, can you get a fanfic sorted? Okay. Well, that one's done. I didn't want to have to do this, but I will. Slash edit sub goal. Current sub goal. I'm not happy about it. But I'll do it. What, we at 90 minutes? 93 minutes? Oh, did that bug out? It bugged out. Hold on. There you go. I will do a spooky game. I will do one. I was thinking about doing a sub goal that was like doing a new spooky game every week in October or something stupid, but you know, well, I'm not doing that this early, okay? Hey.
Yes, Chief.
What's happening?
Alrighty. So
I think I
I'm
was
like
taking a phone call. Something. I don't know where Owen went.
she's on the phone with him. Apologies.
With Owen?
Sorry, I almost called you Your Honor because I'm so used to dealing with judges. Sorry, Dark.
Okay.
I was told it was at 6, so that's why I was prepping for then, and then.
What time is it?
So.
Is it 5 right now?
Tessa is on her way as well. Yeah, it's 5 right now. It's 10 after 5.
I think you guys
Svensson will
should-
meet us at the prison. I have to make sure his lawyer is ready.
Isn't Polly? I think he's at the prison already.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's like ready for the
Jam, thank you for the 10 gifties, Jam. I appreciate you. I did
You
have
want
to
me
quit
to
the Phasma tutorial. It's true.
phone him?
I got him.
You got him. Alright, you guys are all sorted here. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something.
All right.
Anything you let me know.
Bye, Tails.
Bye bye.
I think I wouldn't fill me in, but what's the agenda for this meet with Divine?
Plea deal.
Great.
I don't know why the. I mean, no, okay. I'm not gonna go into it.
No, go on.
This guy. So here, I'm gonna. Have you've seen the? You can answer that if you need to.
Yeah, I'll answer this. Hey, Viva.
Hey, Doc. Did you still want to talk?
You only just got to that bench trial.
No, I went to a bank because I thought you were in a meeting up at SDSI.
Yeah, I kind of was. So you were right. Yeah. It's because I said I was gonna meet you the other day, and then I was sick, so I wasn't around all day.
Yeah, same. I didn't.
Oh,
I don't think I
okay.
came in that day. So.
All right. Well, that was. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you still want to meet about that stuff, then
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay,
we can do that.
Do I go into connect?
Yeah. I mean, where do you want to meet?
Where are you currently?
I'm at SGSO currently, but I can be anywhere.
All right, I can come up to SDSI. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. I'll see you soon.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye. What are you gonna say?
So have you watched the video with the guy in the horse mask and the guy in the wolf mask?
Yeah.
Have you seen? Did Tessa show you the thing that I did with it?
No, I've just seen the LSBN video.
Yeah, let me send.
Did you like take a selfie with it or something?
I'm sending you an email right now. Go ahead and give that a listen.
Great.
Do you have any type of preference for a vehicle that you operate in?
I personally drive a CVTI.
People of Los Santos, my name is Fenrir. And you see myself alongside Trojan Horse and in the memory of Jaeger Demon Blonde, we bombed Polito PD. And you see, I like to remind the great state of San Andreas that the thing about betrayal is it doesn't come from your enemies. That's something that I live by. That's something that my people live by.
Yeah, that doesn't
Surprise
me.
you?
No.
No, I tried messing around with the horse one. It kind of sounds like Cap Terra Nova, but I can't get it to a point where I feel comfortable like I've properly decoded it.
Sound like a drunk British man to me. So if that's Cap Terra Nova, then
yeah.
Okay.
What do you think Cap Terra Nova drinks? I think it's like a Guinness guy.
Capri-Sun.
Oh, I was thinking now. Yeah, he spikes his Capri-Sun. That might make sense.
Like a Capri-Sun, you just probably inject some like absinthe or something, and just drinks out of his little sippy cup.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, Cap, why do you make it so complicated? And he's just there with like, that that checks out.
Yeah, I don't know. Is
we got to go to the helipad apparently. Aurora said.
I'm probably not going to tag along. I'm going to have a meeting, but if I can catch up, I will.
My pineapple. To my car, pineapple with the plate, pineapple. Yeah, I have a plate pineapple in my Taurus. You like it, Ass Chief? It's cool, isn't it?
Do you say in it?
In it? Yeah, that's
Who have you been hanging around with?
There's a lot of British people.
Okay.
I mean, I talk with the man on the daily. Just chatting.
God. No, I wouldn't do that if I was you.
I even pushed a warrant out earlier for Matthew Antov for GTA.
Oh, good work, Charles.
Thank you, S Chief. Alright, let's go. Dump your car.
Let's go on the roof,
Alright.
babe.
On the roof, yeah.
Yeah.
Hung us up.
Oh.
That was so odd. It's so weird, yeah. I regretted it saying it, but then I started.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm just going into a meeting now, so it might be a little bit. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
I want to sit on this.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. No worries. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you. Bye. All right.
Do I look alright? Do I look comfortable?
Yeah, you look comfortable. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Do you
Nice
feel okay?
bench.
Yeah,
Do I
thanks.
feel
it's about to
okay?
fall apart. So.
I'm pretty. I don't know. I don't know what I am anymore. Stressed? I don't know what stress is the right word.
Did you get
Tired.
that dispatch thing?
The dispatch thing.
That you left the bench trial for.
Dispatch?
You said look at dispatch.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's Bernie's had those for like a year now. Pert gave them to him. Yeah, but I haven't seen him on duty before. Yeah, so he seems pretty responsible.
Okay. What's he
but
doing
yeah,
with it?
It was a talk about noose.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. All right.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out that. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a conversation, obviously, because I heard about the feedback with Drainer.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I want to apologize that it came across your desk because it really shouldn't have. PNC handled it. Minerva did. I was there acting on behalf of Minerva because Minerva doesn't have the ability to suspend or strike.
Yeah.
So I was there to do that. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know whether he was trying to like tug on people's heartstrings or whatever, but he claimed that command, and I was the only command member he spoke to, really, has a really bad way of communicating with people, and that he accused me, I guess, of belittling him. I don't know how I did that, but it's kind of disheartening because I'm one of the only people who's sort of trying to fight for people to talk to each other respectfully within the PD, especially with higher ranks and stuff like that. So to hear that back from him was pretty awful. But he was also doing this weird gaslighty thing where he was trying to turn it all around on us, but at the same time talking to us like a piece of crap on the bottom of his shoe, you know? So
yeah. So yeah, I text Minerva afterwards, and I was just like, listen, because I think if I was in Minerva's position, I'd be worried that she thinks that I don't trust her or anything with the position, which is not the case. I think she's doing a fantastic job. I think it was more, you know, I guess when there's so much crap going on, I think that stuck out. The fact that ended up, you know, and it's nobody's. I don't think it was any one person's fault, but obviously Drainer came to me and was like, I want to transfer to the UPD. So obviously it ended up with me, unfortunately. So I think with all the really bad stuff that was happening, and then that came across it was very, it stood out a lot when he explained the situation. Then I heard the situation from Minerva. Yeah, I think it was just, I don't know. I don't know where the fault lies particularly. I
think the fault with that is him skipping chain of command completely.
No, I agree with you there. Yeah, I completely agree.
I think if that hadn't have happened, I don't think we would have had half the sort of issues that we have had with it, essentially.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I do agree with you there. Yeah, I think honestly, at the end of the day, boil it down to basics. You had a cadet who was, you know, as much as he was a pretty good police officer and seemed to be doing good when it came to police work stuff, you know, clearly he had attitude problems and was treating his superior officers with not a lot of respect, and by the sounds of it, he was just being an asshole, and he was honest about that too. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I think Minerva was right from the offset to want to fire the guy based on his behavior. I think my questioning of Trevor, because it's one of those where I think regardless of who brings it to me, if I hear concerns that, I guess things aren't going smoothly from someone's perspective, then I want to hear both sides of things. So that's why I spoke to him in Minerva, because regardless of whether it wasn't like someone came into my room and they were just ranting. I asked him the questions of why he wanted to transfer, and then he told me. So it was just like, I wanted to clear things up. I wanted to make sure everything's running smoothly. And there was no issues. I don't think there's any issues. I didn't think what he said about people being subjective and that kind of, I'm not going to talk about Sky. I'm talking about you and Minerva. I don't think you guys did anything wrong, and I don't know. I can't remember what
it was so out of the blue. I'm gonna be honest. I was very hopeful for him. He was great. I liked having him around.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from at all, but he did mention that Brian Knight was right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's working with Brian now at LSPN.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So that pretty much confirms
that makes sense
theory.
then. Yeah. Which is, again, is kind of upsetting because he's taken it out on myself, Minerva, and Sky. Sky, he doesn't really see. Sky is very much firmly Shift 3. Myself and Minerva have not been involved in terms of all this politicalness and the way in which people are being spoken to like crap. And we've actually been advocating for people to speak up and, let us know if they're unhappy and things like that.
That's good.
And then for him to just claim that, we were terrible people, he's clearly obviously heard it somewhere, because this is also a man who hasn't been on duty for nearly 2 months, saying that command is terrible. And it's kind of like, well, how would you know unless someone has told you and spoken to you? Which kind of made me then believe, obviously, Brian Knight must have had a hand in it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm sure if we looked at their calls and text messages, we'd be able to see that. But yeah, I think Minerva was right to want to fire him for the offset. Really,
yeah. I think because I spoke to Minerva afterwards, and one of her concerns was that obviously it come across your desk, and you weren't too pleased about it because you're handling a lot of like very important stuff. But she mentioned that you'd said that you were having to deal with a lot of the fallout from the war. And I think Minerva might have taken that a bit as a slight in terms of we also have been doing a lot of that. So I think she kind of felt a bit put out by that comment, because she said it just sort of stuck in her mind afterwards. That it kind of felt like maybe people didn't realize how much of the fallout that Patrol were also handling in terms of like people with PTSD, and then having to have these conversations with people who have been treated like crap.
No,
basically.
there wasn't. I had no intention to say that Minerva wasn't dealing with stuff. It was
no.
It was more of the perspective that I explained to you, in basically that I'm basically trying to hold the PD accountable for war crimes and that kind of thing. And so when I had this is like we're dealing with the lowest member of PD we could, kind of having an outburst basically, and that ended up with me. Obviously that stood out. So I think that was the main thing. Is like I didn't want to have to be dealing with that. But that being said, I don't think that was, by the sounds of it, once he got, he was being insubordinate and just talking to people like crap, then she wanted to deal with that ASAP. Which, I'll be honest, I think she, as P&T, should be able to suspend and remove cadets at will. Like, she shouldn't have had to call you in my opinion.
Yeah, like so she was gonna do it, but it's just obviously the fact that she can't she can't actually send someone off duty, and she can't actually put the strike points on them. That's the reason why I was there.
Yeah, I think
It
if
might
we
be
get a
worth a
chance,
conversation.
yeah, I think I'll, you know what, I'll make the executive decision now. And I don't think the chief will have any problems with it. But when it comes to LSPD PNG, if she has to suspend or strike any cadets, then she can just do so. Obviously, you know, she doesn't have the access as a corporal to do that. But that, back in
So
my day,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. So do you
so
think maybe we could get her access? Yeah. So she was doing it. I was just there to apply them.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Because he was refusing to go off duty to cool down.
Oh, that was the issue, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was the issue. So I came to basically put that through so it would force him off duty. And yeah,
Okay.
no, so it's just because Minerva didn't have the ability. I think heads of PNT for each department should have that ability to strike and suspend, though, because of obviously the cadets and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if that would
agree.
be too messy, though. I don't know if that would mess anything up or.
The only things it would mess up is if then another member of command wanted to give Minerva strike points or suspend Minerva, for example. That's the only times it would mess up.
Yeah.
But this is I don't think it's necessary to give her that stuff, I'll be honest, because it should be like cadets really shouldn't be given a suspension and still be a cop anyway. Like for the most part, I hope this is just an outlier.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my involvement in it. Is also Minerva wanted to talk and I guess get things off her chest, because obviously it did get heated, and then when you attempt to suspend someone and they refuse, it's difficult if you can't physically make them go off duty, right? So
100%.
I think she was at her wit's end, and then I spoke to him, and then she's also mentioned that he's claiming something about a clique. I would like, oh my god,
Minerva.
But he doesn't realize, obviously, I also striked Minerva that day because she did attempt to send him off duty over 311. So I spoke to her about that, and she admitted her fault straight away. And she also carried on the conversation over a phone call instead of 311. But yeah, she 311 for him to get off duty, which obviously wasn't professional. So yeah. I think I think that should cover things then a little bit better then. I think she was feeling a bit deflated and stuff that day anyway, because the day after, I guess, because the way in which the whole drainer process went was just messed up. I don't know where he came from with all of that, but he did.
Yeah. I mean, he seems to be on decent terms. I spoke to him today. He was up. He gave Rhodes a lift up to the ranger station, so he understands why he was fired. I basically said I wasn't gonna try and give him any sympathy because he spoke to everybody like an arsehole, really. But yeah, listen, if you've managed to speak to Minerva and I don't, just say you've had this conversation with me. Just say, listen,
I will. Yeah.
I trust her absolutely. Just I was only asking her questions and that kind of thing for two reasons, really. The first one, because I like to hear everybody's side of things. If there is a concern about anybody in command, or if there's something thrown out that somebody's being subjective or unprofessional or whatever, then I want to hear it out at least. But then on the other thing was really, why did it get to my desk? Which I think most of that can be just put down to Drainer and nobody else really. The one thing I did say to Minerva was, the only improvement I would have suggested was to have spoken to what's his face, Trevor first, before putting him in a room with what's the face, Sky. Because that would be the only thing I would have suggested. I think it's a good idea to get people together and talk things out, but maybe she didn't hear Trevor's side of things first, and that would have made being a mediator a little bit easier.
Probably,
because he might have felt a little bit, I don't like saying this, but like ganged up on. People do get like that.
I get that. I get that. I feel like Minerva may not have done that though, because she was requested by the undersheriff Stubble to come in and talk to Sky.
I just why
So-
did Sky get Stubble involved? Like a high command about a cadet.
I think it's because Stubble. No, I think Stubble witnessed what was going on, because when I spoke to Stubble later on the phone, he told me, and in his words, Drainer was being a shitter. Like, he had witnessed his bad attitude as well, and I think he knew that Sky had handled the situation. Sky must have told him she handled the situation, and then Stubble was probably like, shift 1 P&T, I'll let Minerva know. So he popped into the P&T emails and then told Minerva what had happened and that she should speak to Sky, I guess.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Oh well. All right. Well, listen. Don't let Minerva keep her head down or anything like that. She's doing a great job.
Yeah, she really is. I've managed to get a few things like cleared up for her. That was like, she had questions and stuff and things that still hadn't been resolved. So I've managed to chase those things up for her and get them answered. So I think she feels a little bit better than she did the other day.
Okay. All right. Good. What about you? Do
Also,
you need anything?
No, I would like for us, LSPD command and high command, when everybody is available next. Obviously, I understand people aren't going to be available for quite a while, but to have a meeting,
Yeah, I agree.
just to go over things in which we could probably improve, or things that we've achieved, stuff like that, just so that we're all on the same page. I know that myself and Sweets have agreed that once a week on a Sunday we're gonna meet and discuss shift 1, because he admitted to me the other day that he keeps having to remind himself that he's lieutenant across all shifts technically, and he sees early shift 3, sorry. He does stay around for that, but he doesn't really see shift 1, so he wants to catch up with me weekly on what's happening with shift 1. So
Can I answer this really quick? It's the sheriff.
yeah, of course.
Hey, sheriff.
You come into this thing? It said you
Yeah.
were, so just confirming.
I'll head down there, but don't wait for me. That's all ready. Yeah, I'm just
don't wait on
catching
you?
up. Yeah, don't wait on me. Just go ahead.
Okay. We'll see
All
you
right.
here when you get here then.
All right. Bye bye.
Love you. Bye.
I'm married, Owen. God damn it.
Oh.
That's thrown me off. That's really thrown me off.
What did he do?
He said, "Love you, bye."
Oh.
Where were we?
I just let you know about Sweets and I planning to have
Oh
a
yes,
meeting.
having a meeting. Yeah, I'm gonna be probably not available. I think what we should aim for, let's say this, early October, we'll get everything sorted. So we'll have a high command meeting. We'll have a high command and command meeting with LSPD. Come early October, I'm hoping everything would have settled down. And we'll have a bit of breathing room, and we can actually start to move back towards improving instead of recovering. So early October, we'll have some meetings. We'll figure out where we want to go. I really want to get this, because I don't think it ever happened. Like the rewards, or recognition ceremonies. We need to get those sorted, and I think sooner or later that needs to be top priority. Like once a month, get all the LSPD together, and we just give everybody rewards. They don't have to be serious. They just need to be, hey, we see what you're doing. We like you. Here's a reward.
Yeah.
It makes people feel good, makes people realize that they're a part of a team and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, is there any MDW things that you think need doing?
No, I think Molten actually helped with the shift 1 MDW
fantastic.
updates that needed yesterday. I think, general feedback that I've got from people is that they might request something, or they inform either yourself or a member of command about something. So it's something that I've also got to work on with. But they never hear anything back, but they don't want to pester, because they don't want to, well, they understand that, sometimes people are up commands and high commands asses, and they don't want to be those people, so they don't pester for it, and then it does get forgotten.